Hi everyone, we're going to solve each equation by factoring. So these are our two examples. Let's look at this. So we're using the zero product property, and we first have to factor this. So I'm going to rewrite this in standard form, this quadratic. Alright, and we have to factor it, which is a little harder to do with this lead coefficient not being a 1. I do know 3 is a prime number. So it has to be 3s and s. And I need a 13 inside here. So I know I'm not going to use 10. Because if I put a 10 here, that's going to give me a 30. So it's going to have to be 5 and 2. So I'm going to put the 5 here and the 2 here. The more you can do mental on this, the better it's going to get. I need the 13 to be negative. And then I'll do that. So let's double check this real quick. This is going to be negative 15 plus 2. Negative 15s plus 2s, which does indeed give me that. So everything else works out, and we can proceed to solve. So wasn't too bad. Now you're going to use the zero property. You use each of these binomials and set them to 0. So subtract 2 from both sides. Divide both sides by 3. So we have s equals negative 2/3. Now for this one, let's set that to equal 0. So s equals 5 when you add 5 to both sides. And the way you're going to write it is that you're going to say s equals negative 2/3 or s equals 5. For example, if you plug in 5, it's going to be easier to do. If I plug in 5, I get 0 here, and I'm going to get 17 here. So 17 times 0 is 0. Or I can plug in negative 2/3, and I'll get a 0 here and something here. So that's still going to give me a 0. Now let's look at the next one. Let's write this one in standard form. 16x squared minus 49 equals 0. Again, as you proceed with your math curriculum, you need to recognize perfect squares. 16 is a perfect square, 49 is a perfect square, and this is one of the most easiest factoring ones we can do because it has this form: a squared minus b squared equals a plus b, a minus b. So basically we can say we'll let a equal 4x and b equals 7. And I'll tell you why. So you did 4x squared minus 7 squared. That gives you back to that. So this is your a squared minus b squared. So now we just use our formula here. And you're going to get 4x plus 7 times 4x minus 7. And set that to 0. So you're going to put each piece equal to 0. So we have 4x plus 7 equals 0. Subtract 7, so you get 4x equals negative 7. Divide by 4, so x equals negative 7/4. And do the same thing for this one. So basically you get 4x minus 7 equals 0. So 4x equals 7. It's just going to be positive. Divide by 4, you get x equals 7/4. And the way you're going to write that is you're going to say, well, x equals, let's see, x equals, you can write it this way, plus or minus 7/4. That way it saves some space there. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.